Does a romance need to have a happy ending? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. More accurate phrasing of this question is, if my story ends in a tragedy, does it mean that I'm automatically shunted over to literary fiction? And not necessarily. You won't be genre romance, but you might be something else entirely. Romance is the only genre that has a rule about how the story has to end. It must end with a happily ever after or a happy for now. Now, you're going to find a couple of really super big name, household name authors where they stick a romance tag on them when they are selling these authors. And this is because these authors have sort of like transcended genre. They are just like the books that everybody buys and the books that everybody reads. So it doesn't even matter what the genre is because everybody's going to pick it up at some point. If you are selling genre romance to romance readers, it must have a happily ever after or a happy for now. That does not mean that you are going to be forced to write a happy for now or a happily ever after. You can write a tragic ending, you can write a bittersweet ending, you can write something that is ambiguous at the ending. Those are all totally valid storytelling, they just aren't genre romance. Now, there could be a lot of romantic things happening on the page. There could even be a lot of hugging and kissing and doing it on the page. That does not mean that it is a genre romance. Probably the most common place that these stories get pushed over to is to women's fiction. And so women's fiction is literary fiction that is by, for, and about women. And if you are talking about an audience that overlaps heavily with romance, women's fiction is where this is going to happen. So again, there can be a lot of romantic storylines on the page, but if it doesn't end in a happily ever after and the central stakes are about something other than falling in love, then this is probably women's fiction. If there are major fantastical elements and it's a fantasy setting, then it's a fantasy. The romance doesn't even need to be part of the conversation if you don't want it to be. You could be writing horror, you could be writing literary fiction, you could be writing mysteries or westerns, or you could be writing all kinds of different things. Literally every other genre out there will allow you to have a tragic ending.